Hi, everyone. I'm Carol Parsons of carolparsons.com, producer, director, content specialist. Today, we're going to be joined by celebrity guest expert, Tanya Memme. For those people who are hosting video podcasts and video blogs, do you have secrets to a really good interview?
I think one of the main things I always tell people is to listen. So whether you have your questions written out or not, that's okay, because a lot of people do. I did and sometimes when I'm really nervous, I still do it. You can have cheat sheets, whatever, because there's ways of finessing your way through so nobody knows they're there. But the most important thing is to listen, because you cannot have a good interview if you're not really listening to what the other person is saying. Because your mind might be on, well, I want to know what that person just did yesterday morning. And she just finished saying, a dear family member passed away yesterday. And then here you are saying, yeah, so what'd you do yesterday morning? I mean, literally, I've seen it happen. And I'm giving an exaggerated example, but it's listening and being present and being very authentic. And I think genuine interest in someone else, in not just doing it because you want to be on TV and you want to be this, you want the attention. You're genuinely interested in the other person and their life, and you'll have a fantastic interview no matter who it is.
Yeah.
It's all a part of finding that real you. And if you feel like you don't speak perfect, or you like that, people don't want perfect anymore. They don't want that. They just want you to be you, really. And the days of sitting perfect with the red lipstick and the perfect hair and the perfect outfit and the high heels and all, they're gone. They're not there anymore. The magazine shows, which I love, Entertainment Tonight and all those things, they're few and far between now, where the hosts are just really, and the hosts are like amazing. And the hosts that have those jobs are so very blessed, because I love those jobs, but they're becoming few and far between. And it's not about that anymore. It's not about being perfect anymore.
So actually, that kind of wasn't in our questions, but I really would love to know.
Yeah.
So in this time of people filming from their homes, lives, and their video blogs and on Zoom calls and whatnot, there's a very different approach to being filmed and being on camera, where I feel like, people are taking being authentic to a new level.
For me personally, there are lines, but the internet is that one place where you get to be and do and show whatever you want. That is your choice. I am probably one of the least judgmental people out there. So whatever it is you want to put out there, there might be nobody watching because they're not interested or they don't like what they're seeing. But if you feel that that's what you need to put out there anyways, then you go do it. We have this first time in like television history or entertainment business history where we all get to be what we want and on camera. My only advice is that whatever you do put out there does not leave you. It will come back to haunt you. So be careful. I'm so serious. Be careful what you put out there. Like, thank God, not that I was a bad teenager, but thank God when I was a teenager, not my whole life wasn't out there on like Facebook and Instagram. I would say too, on that topic, it's not so much about what they're seeing as it is what they're hearing. If you're going to do a podcast, or you're going to interview, or you're going to host a show, or you want to walk around in a bikini, I don't care, but have purpose. Do it with purpose, not just because you were blessed with the best genes on the planet. And because people don't really, I think those days are gone too. It's nice to look, and yes, you'll get followers, but that day will come and go. It really will. And so it's what purpose, what story do you want to leave behind? What are you doing to make a difference in this world? How are you helping other people? How are you providing of service or of something? And if you're blessed with beauty, if you're blessed with a perfect body and you're in a bathing suit running around, do it. Have a reason for it. Do a travel show. Show yourself traveling all around the world like Brooke Burke did. There's many things that you can do, but I think like, I just think not having purpose and just showing yourself because you just want attention, there is a line, and you need to be honest with yourself on why it is you even want to be in the public eye. Like, that's a question right there. Why do you even want to be in the public eye? Answer that question, and then you'll find out a lot about yourself.
It's interesting because you've been in both of those camps. You have been Miss
World Canada, yeah.
Canada, and you have also traveled the world, well, to Guatemala with your father, doing
charity work.
Yeah, charity work with people who need more. Do you feel like when you were Miss World Canada, did you feel that that was a purposeful thing for you? And how old were you?
I was 24 when I won that pageant. And I had the dream of being I always wanted to be, which I still do now, is a public speaker. And I wanted to travel all over at least Canada and inspire teenagers to do and believe in themselves and strive for their dreams, which is what I did. That was my platform for Miss Canada. So yes, pageants are a whole thing. When you get to the world level, it's not just about beauty. It's not just about, you have to have an entire platform, and you have to come prepared and studied and speak well and have presence. It's hard. And I mean, I went to the Miss World pageant. I didn't even make it into the top like 25. So, I mean, I kind of knew when I showed up, I wasn't winning. But it's like, I ended up giving up my crown 6 months after I won, because it just wasn't fulfilling that, the platform that I had wanted to fulfill. And I had gotten into the American Musical and Dramatic Academy in New York City. And so I took that opening and I left for New York halfway through my reign as Miss Canada and did what I really wanted to do. So
your family's business is building, which is so interesting that you followed in a footsteps in a different way.
So I left to become an actress, and my family has a home building family, a very successful home building family in Ontario, Canada, the Niagara region. It's called Mountain View Homes. And before that, we had another company called Niagara Marion Sod, where we would lay the sod for the houses. And then they saw, well, we want to start building houses. So then they started building houses. And now my brother and my cousin owns the company. And it's a thriving, they probably build between 200 and 400 houses a year. In the past, they've built hotels. So I grew up in the home design, the home building, the home everything world. It's in my blood. It's so funny. Here I go to Hollywood, and I'm tethered to the home design world, which I love. I love it. Yeah.
You are home design. And it's fantastic because, it's funny. I put together that little montage with you, and, I saw you there with your electric saws and hammer, and it's like, you look at home. You look like you are comfortable with tools.
It's because I kind of grew up with them. I grew up on a farm. I didn't have a lot of toys, and at the time we had the sod farm, so I was always around big tractors and trucks and dirt bikes. And I mean, I broke my collarbone on a dirt bike jumping a ditch once. I am a tomboy at heart. We used to do all kinds. I mean, we didn't have toys, a lot of toys. We just, nature was our playground, and thank God it was just incredible. Yeah. But you can't take the country out of me, though. That's for sure. You can't take the Canada out of me.
Oh no, girl, you are so Canada.
Right.
We love you. Tanya, thanks so much for coming. Just was so honored to have you here.
Thank you very much. I love it. I love the interview. So thank you for having me.
Stay tuned this month to catch Tanya on Sell This House on A&E and FYI Network. And you're going to want to make sure you check out Dabble Network for the past 10 seasons of Sell This House, as well as Tanya's YouTube show, Life Masters, a video podcast on iTunes and YouTube. It's really awesome. You really got to check it out. Thanks so much for watching. As always, I'm Carol Parsons of carolparsons.com, and I'm here to make your filming fabulous, your video victorious, and your blog brilliant. If you have a fantastic idea for a new video blog and you need some help getting started, or if you're just feeling stuck, need new content, visit me at carolparsons.com and book a call. I'd be happy to help.